I suppose from a pub perspective, everyone wants to see a winning England team and wants to see, but there are pubs in Ireland and Wales and Scotland as well, and Italy and whatever. But I think that pubs will continue to be the place where people go and prepare for a rugby match in terms of the fans, and also will be a sort of a debrief room where people will either commiserate after a defeat in the Six Nations or celebrate. And clearly publicans want more of the celebrations, because I'm sure people tend to hang around a little bit longer and buy twice as much beer and really celebrate. But no, it's going to be an interesting campaign, I'm sure.
Exactly, and you touched on it there. Publicans of England want England to win.
Yeah.
How do you think they'll fare in this Six Nations?
Well, I mean, what I would say is it's not just publicans that want England to win. It's fans like me, people who are patriotic about their country. We're desperate to see England do well. And I've said this a few times, and people are sort of going, "You must be mad." But looking at form and recent results, you'd say England haven't really got that much of a chance of winning the competition. The favourites are France, who have been in great form, Ireland, who are the Grand Slam champions, and a team that really performed well in the autumn internationals, or possibly Wales. But I genuinely believe England have got a very good chance for a number of reasons. One, because the only way's up, without being too critical. They can't play any worse than they played in the autumn. Secondly, there is some. They, like every other country, have had a number of significant injuries, but I think there is a couple of key players coming back from injury. Nick Easter at number 8, who has got that consistency now, to play at the highest level. Ricky Flutie, has only played a few games back, but he was really key to England building a midfield around him. Dylan Armitage, who was one of England's real positive plus points.
Absolutely.
And I think there's a expectation now that some of the younger players that have had possibly, the Dylan Hartleys, the Courtney Laws of this world, have got, maybe Ben Foden, have got some genuine chances. Northampton are going very well. I'm pretty optimistic. And the other reason I think England will do well is the fixture list is, there's never an easy game in the Six Nations, but the fixture list is reasonably kind to them this year. Their first game is at home, and that, trust me, is crucial, because when you haven't played for a little while, and none of the teams would have played since the autumn, you're a little bit rusty. Given the choice, would you rather be at home or would you rather be away? I can tell you that most coaches, 9 out of 10, will say I'd rather be at home, no matter who you're playing. Now, England play Wales. Wales are a team who, when they're at their best, are formidable, but they've got some injury problems themselves. So if you're going to play Wales at any stage in the tournament, this is the best time to play them. And there's a few little there's a few little scores to settle, I would say, against Wales. I'm very much looking forward to that. So the key to the Six Nations is that it's still a tournament that's played over a short period of time, and momentum and confidence is very, very important. If we can win that first game, well, we have to win that first game against Wales, then England go away to Italy and then back home to Ireland. So I think you can see already the pattern that's starting to build. Wales and Ireland, who possibly are two of the big threats in the Six Nations, we're playing those teams both at home. Now, whilst that doesn't count for everything, it will make a big difference. So if we can get off to a really good start against Wales, possibly, go to Italy, get a result. It won't be easy in Italy, but we can still get a very good result there. Come back, going into the Ireland game, play 2-1-2, completely changes the dynamics of the competition, because if England have played 2-1-2, it means that two sides would have lost already.
Sure.
And I think that we've seen in previous tournaments, if you win, that win can become a habit over the tournament. If you lose, everyone starts to look inward, the pressure starts to mount, the fans get on your back, the press get on your back, and it becomes a very difficult situation. So I do think England will do well. They played poorly in last year's Six Nations and finished second.